Hello and welcome to another week of the weekly psychic review. So yeah, thanks for joining me. I hope you've had a great week last week. And yeah, so we're doing this from Monday the 4th of May through till Sunday the 10th of May. So just to let you know how I work, I call in my guides and all those in spirit who love me. I ask them to give everyone out there what they need for the upcoming week. Give them all the healing they require, and have a bit of fun while I'm doing it. So yeah, if you can just give me a sec, I'll just seal off, tune in, and get on with the weekly review. So there's a great chance right here, they're saying, for you to really start to visualize what you want. What do you want to bring in for the future? And it's really about creating that foundation for that to come in. When you want stuff and you're asking to manifest and you're asking to bring things in, but the foundations that you're sitting on aren't clear, they're not clean, and they're not going to be able to provide the support that you need for what's coming in. This is when things don't happen, and money's a good example of this. So they're saying with money, you know, some people, you know, you're saying I want to manifest more money, I want to bring more money in, but the thing is you're still carrying around anxiety about money. You're still saying things that are limiting, such as I never have enough money, why are things so expensive, you know, stuff like that, instead of saying I always have more than enough money. I allow money to flow in. I can afford anything that I choose to buy at this time. So this isn't about spending big or anything like that, but it's really about, you know, sort of being a bit more mindful and a bit more careful of the kind of foundations that you're laying for what you're actually trying to bring in. So this money is an easy example, but this goes with everything. Relationships are another really big one. Employment and work is another really big one. So, you know, this is about putting yourself in that place of actually having the thing of what you actually want at the moment. And when things pop up, which are, you know, opposite to that, it's about actually thanking yourself, thanking your body, going, cool, thanks for bringing that up, I'm going to let that go, and I'm going to put my mind back on what I want. The other thing too is that sometimes things take a little while to manifest, and this is sometimes because there's other circumstances around you which actually affect that thing. So, you know, with manifesting, and they're telling me that some people, you know, they do really well for a couple of weeks, even for maybe a month or so, and then it sort of goes out the window because they get disappointed because, you know, the things haven't happened yet. This is about, you know, continually to doing that, and continually to, they're saying, like, tend your garden, make sure that, you know, there's no weeds in it, those dirty thoughts, those, you know, disruptive and imbalanced thoughts and perceptions about things. So it's about tending that, you know, when that pops up, just as good as you can, and making sure that that foundation is going to be really solid to bring that thing in. Otherwise, you know, if the foundations aren't, you know, they're saying pretty good, you're not going to be able to bring in what you want to. And now's the time, and they're talking about 2020, the year being 2020 vision. So, you know, when you have 2020 vision about what you want to create, and about, you know, how you're going to feel when that happens, about like it's already happened, this actually helps bring in that energy, and it actually speeds up that process. So do as best you can, give yourself congratulations for what you've done and how you're doing along the way. This is only going to build, you know, a stronger foundation for you to work off. So they're telling me to get on with the weekly reading. Okay, so Monday. So this is, I can feel your inner child is pulling you. So this is that thing about how do you nurture your inner child? how do you get in contact with your inner child? You know, so this could be things like, you know, going to the playground. It could be about doing something that's just fun and lighthearted. It could be, you know, as simple or something like buying yourself an ice cream and actually like really soaking that in, saying let it get all over your face as you're eating it, you know. Really allow that kid to join in, that inner child to join in, because so many of us out there, so many people have got an inner child that's locked away. And you know, the best way, or they're saying a really good way in which to expand and keep a really balanced outlook through your life, is to be in contact with the inner child, be in contact with the higher self as well. You know, the inner child gets disregarded quite a lot, so could even, you know, speak to him or her during the week as well, and on an ongoing basis, you know, really good. Okay, so Tuesday. So all right, Tuesday. So this is about finances, and this is about those foundations and laying those foundations. So, you know, this is about how do you, they're actually saying, how do you handle money? You know, how do you see money? How do you think about money? What are your feelings towards money? Is there stinking thinking around this? Is there, you know, I've never got enough, you know, people always have more than me, this kind of thing. So even the way you actually handle it, you put it into your wallet, you put it into your pocket, you know, when you're holding something that's beautiful, you know, saying when you're holding a newborn baby, you know, you hold it with care, you hold it gently, and you have, you know, this open heart and this beautiful feeling that comes through. When you're holding money, I'm not saying it doesn't have to be to that extent, but they're kind of giggling. They're going, well, you could do this, and if you cared for your money and you nurtured it and nourished it and loved it and had an open heart as much as you would when you are holding a baby, well, this is going to bring in more finances into you. Okay, so Wednesday, what's on Wednesday? So Wednesday, okay, so this is about putting things together as well. So this is about, you know, allowing yourself to dream. Okay, so write down some things that you might want to do. Write down some things you might want to accomplish. We've had a fair bit of time here, you know, being you know, isolation and that sort of thing, thinking about things that are good, things that are not good, you know, what you might want to create in the future, and that sort of thing. So start writing these things down and start creating like a bit of an action plan about how you can start to create steps towards that, or how you can actually start to bring that into your life. And you know, one way is through affirmations and doing, as I've mentioned before, using the trinity of affirmations, which is, you know, seeing it, feeling it, saying it all at the same time. Quite a powerful tool that really brings it in. Okay, so we're going on to Thursday. What's on Thursday? So Thursday, this is, yeah, it's all about expression. So this could be about, they're saying, writing yourself a kind letter, actually thinking about the way you actually talk to yourself, and that sort of thing. And just to remind yourself and just to say, hey, I've really tried today, I've done really good, you know, what's the relationship to self? And, you know, the more you can do this and the more that you can be gentle and loving, treat yourself as your own best friend. How would you treat your best friend? Would you be judgmental? Would you be condemning? Would you, you know, tell them they're not doing good enough when they're trying hard? I don't think so. So start to look at yourself like you're your best friend. Okay, that's really going to change a lot. And they're just reminding me, look, all these things that we're talking about, these are ongoing concepts. These are ongoing, not concepts, they're saying, practices and techniques and things you can continually do if you want to. So, you know, maybe get a pen and paper, write some notes, I don't know. All right, so we're on to Friday. So, all right, so Friday, it's a bit about letting go. You know, they're saying, hey, you've made it through the week, you've done really well, you know, congratulate yourself. Maybe you're going to sit down and nurture your inner child with a bowl of ice cream or something like that. Or, you know, you're going to you know, plan something really fun for the weekend. But Friday, this is just about letting go, just about going with it, having a bit of fun. There's a little bit of stuff there with work, actually, as I said that. So there might be, I can feel some confrontation with some people with work. There's a couple of people I can feel where it's almost like you feel like you're not getting the credit you deserve with your work. And they're saying 3 people out there, this is particularly for 3 people. It expands out and there are quite a few more, but they're saying 3 people particularly. The reason why you keep feeling like you're not getting recognised at your job is because you're not. So how do you recognise yourself? Have a think about that. The more you recognise yourself, the more you can get recognised by others. And when you're actually aware of this and things aren't working, well, hey, it might be time to start looking around for an employer or an employment opportunity that's going to be different, that's going to savour your talents. So a couple of people, yeah, been in their jobs a little while, so this is a good time to really, you know, start looking around at what you can actually do, what you can actually start, you know, going to and changing and that sort of thing. I'm not saying leave your job straight away, just have a bit of a think and a feel around that. Okay, so Saturday, what's on Saturday? So Saturday, okay, so this is a little bit about drive, and then this is about, what is it? So this is about your home. This is about, so I feel like with some people, you know, they've kind of wanted to do things around the home, and they're saying this goes, a home's a symbol of yourself as well. So you've wanted to do some things for yourself. How much action have you put into actually accomplishing this stuff? What have you actually done to actually do this? You know, so this is about sort of looking at the things that might be there in the back of your mind. Oh, I'll get to it, I'll get to it. And they're reminding me about some lights I've been meaning to put up for quite a while, but they've been sitting in a box that a beautiful friend gave to me. I still haven't done, so, you know, that's going to be my job for Saturday, to put those lights up. So these kinds of things. So this is what Spirit's talking about. Okay, so Sunday, what's on Sunday? So Sunday, this is, they're saying get out a little bit if you can, get out in the fresh air. And this is about being a bit more sort of aware about all the incredible things you have. You know, all the incredible things that are going on in your life, all the beautiful things that you've given to yourself. So this is about gratitude, and it's about getting outside. I know it's starting to get a bit cool in quite, you know, around in Australia, in different parts of Australia. It's getting a bit cool with me on the Sunshine Coast. But that's that thing that you can still get outside. You can still enjoy the outdoors. And this is about that thing about celebrating as well. So they're saying, yeah, as we're changing the seasons, as the seasons are going, this is an opportunity, you know, for you to, you know, sort of, it's almost like nourish yourself in different ways. So, you know, how can you do that? And how can you sort of help your environment to fit where you are at this time? Instead of you fitting into your environment, it's about how can you make that better for you as well. So they're telling me, okay, this is it for the weekly reading. I'm trying to shorten them a little bit, and I told Spirit to ask me to do that today. So I just wanted to thank you very much for watching me. I love it when you share me around, when you like my page. And all your comments and that sort of thing always gives me a smile. Love getting all the comments. So if you want to check out my website, there's quite a bit of information on there. www.davidmjohn.com. I've got all my details there. If you want to call me up, you want to book a reading, a healing, mentoring, counseling, anything like that, I'm available both in person and online and on the phone. And just to let you know, with all absent appointments I do, When I do them on the phone, I record all the sessions. I've got a recording app. Then when we finish the session, I email that through to you. When you've received it, I delete the files on my end because I don't want them anyway. This is your information, it's your stuff. So just to let you know, when we do on phone appointments and that sort of thing, you can get a full recording, which helps, so you won't have to try to manually write notes and that sort of thing. They're telling me to finish. Okay, thank you very much for joining me. Yeah, big love, big ups. Have a fantastic week, and I'll see you next week. All right, namaste. Big love.